Tonight's headlines: Government eyes elimination of COVID-19 in 2022. Palace denies Duterte downplayed effects of pandemic. Indigents will get jabs in vaccination centers. Coronavirus cases in the country at 631,320. Government seeks 5 to 10 million doses of Sputnik V. Frontal system to bring rain showers. Philippine stocks recover. And toll regulators in action prompted SMC to close Skyway 3. Good evening. Today is Tuesday, March 16, 2021. I'm Elmer Navarro Manuel, and this is Tribune News on Cue. Here are the stories for this evening. Vaccine Czar Secretary Carlito Galvez Jr. said Tuesday that the Philippine government seeks to eliminate COVID-19 in 2022 as he vowed ramp up vaccination in the coming months with the expected arrival of millions of doses. Galvez said the government aims to secure a steady supply of vaccine doses starting April. The Vaccine Czar expressed confidence that the general population will start getting their COVID-19 shots in late April or early May. The 1,125,600 doses that have arrived in the Philippines so far are reserved for health workers, the top priority in the vaccination program. A total of 215,997 doses have been administered as of March 15. Presidential spokesperson Harry Roque clarified on Tuesday that President Rodrigo Duterte did not downplay the devastating effects of the COVID-19 pandemic. The palace official said that the president is not downplaying the hardships of the people, as what he is saying is that the country will rise again, and it will be soon since COVID-19 vaccines are about to be delivered. The government's COVID-19 vaccination program started last March 1, but the country's vaccine supply from Sinovac and AstraZeneca only stands at 1.12 million doses, which is not enough to vaccinate 1.7 health workers in 2 doses. Roque insisted that the president was talking about the Filipinos' resolve amid the pandemic, but conceded that the deaths and the 4 million people being unemployed due to the COVID-19 pandemic are a tragedy. Malacanang clarified Tuesday that the indigent population will receive their coronavirus vaccines inside designated vaccination centers and not within their communities, despite an order from President Rodrigo Duterte. Presidential spokesperson Harry Roque clarified that Duterte's order for vaccinators to administer COVID-19 jabs inside indigent communities was already incorporated in the National Vaccine Deployment Plan. On Monday night, Duterte said he wanted poor Filipinos to get vaccinated within 3 days, even though the government's prioritization list puts frontline health workers in health facilities, senior citizens, and persons with comorbidities first in line for inoculation. Health Secretary Francisco Duque III said this would be difficult to implement since there are not enough personnel to monitor the vaccine recipients for possible adverse effects. Tribune News on Q will be back after these reminders.
that's it. Never thought self-service can be this slick. Modify plans in a snap, walang hirap, it's a wrap. Just tap the app, now you can check, view, subscribe, renew. Help and support for you. Out with the ring apps are the in thing, you know what to do. Globe at home and Globe One, all in the Globe app na yan. Self-service and easy to use, mas okay tayo dyan. Globe at home and Globe One, all in the Globe app na yan. Instant response, no hold time pa, wala nang hintayan. Download Globe at home and Globe One app, all in the Globe app na yan. Download the Globe One and Globe at Home apps from Google Play Store and Apple App Store now. Download Globe at Home and Globe One app, all in the Globe app na yan.
Magsha-shopping na lang ako!
Hashtag 143SM. Call to deliver.
Hello, can I get the following? One pink chair, bed sheets, na pink yung soft ha, tapos slide, size 8, pajamas na blue. Oh, don't forget my...
Hashtag 143SM. Call to deliver.
Wait lang, okay ba yan?
Anything at the SM store, ma'am.
Call to deliver. Call.
Kuya, pwede rin ba ako magpa-deliver sa ate ko sa Taguig, tapos sa friend ko sa Davao, tsaka sa... fiancé ko sa Lipa? Okay ba yan?
Kahit saan po, pwede kami mag-deliver.
Call to deliver. Call. Hashtag 143SM. Call to deliver. Hashtag 143SM. Call to deliver. Call. Hashtag 143SM. Hashtag 143SM. Call to deliver.
Call na rin kayo.
Call to deliver.
The Department of Health reported 4,437 confirmed coronavirus disease cases on Tuesday to bring the total number of infections in the country to 631,320, even as 7 laboratories failed to submit data on time. The number of recoveries, on the other hand, rose to 560,736 after 166 patients recovered from the deadly disease. The death toll is now at 12,848 with 11 fatalities recorded. The DOH said that the total active cases in the country is at 57,736, the highest this year. Of the active cases, 92.6% are mild, 4% are asymptomatic, 1.3% are severe, and 1.3% are in critical condition. In other news, Vaccine Czar Secretary Carlito Galvez Jr. disclosed that the Philippines will place an initial order for 5 to 10 million doses of Russia's Sputnik V COVID-19 vaccine once it receives emergency use authorization in the country. Galvez said the government is looking at vaccines like Sputnik V in China's Sinopharm since there is a supply shortage from Western manufacturers. Sinopharm, President Rodrigo Duterte's preferred COVID-19 vaccine brand, filed an application for EUA at the start of the month. The Food and Drug Administration has also deployed a team to Russia to inspect the manufacturing plant of the Gamaleya Institute prior to issuing an EUA to Sputnik V. State Weather Bureau Pagasa on Tuesday announced that the tail end of a frontal system is expected to bring cloudy skies with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms over Ilocos Norte, Abra, Apayao, Cagayan, and Batanes. In its 24-hour forecast, the weather agency warned affected residents against possible flash floods or landslides during moderate to at times heavy rains. Metro Manila and the rest of the country may meanwhile experience partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers or thunderstorms due to the easterlies and localized thunderstorms. Meanwhile, a low-pressure area being monitored by Pagasa was last estimated at 390 kilometers west of Calapan City, Oriental Mindoro. We'll pause for a short break. Stay with us.
Montero Sport. Elevate your journey.
Drive your ambition. Mitsubishi Motors.
Iba ng panahon, ang dami ng bago ngayon. Pati ang mundo natin, well, nagbago na rin. Buti ang magbayad, bigger, better na. You can buy it sa centers, pati sa mga partners, may online pa at app. You can buy it with your fingers, still phone remittance and more. Online shopping, you can buy it all. Di magpadala, you can buy it all. Anumang pera transaction, you can buy it all.
Sabayan ang pagbabago ng mundo for all your pera transactions, all new Bayad.
This is a very important story. The important story.
Pictures and stories.
Today, we feel the weight of history on our shoulders. The way we have been moving leads nowhere. We need to change course.
Since the United Nations was founded, the human race has never had to face a set of challenges like we do right now. But together, we can overcome them.
Ang Philippine Offshore Gaming Operators o POGO ay isang legitimate business entity na nagbibigay serbisyo sa offshore gaming para lamang sa mga manlalarong nasa abroad sa pamamagitan ng internet. Ang mga serbisyong handog nito ay katulad ng casino games at sports betting na pwedeng laruin kahit wala sa casino. Sa Pilipinas, walang POGO operators. Tanging POGO service providers lamang dahil nagaganap ang mga laro sa labas ng bansa.
In business, the local main equities index managed to rise Tuesday, partly on news that the government secured a deal for Novavax vaccines from India. The Philippine Stock Exchange Index increased by 0.10% or 6.62 points to 6,559.08 at the closing bell. The broader all shares increased by 0.11% or 4.28 points to 3,954.15. Regina Capital Development Corporation Head of Sales Luis Linlingan said that Philippine shares reversed earlier losses to close in the green as news reports say the government signed a supply deal for 30 million Novavax doses. Volume totaled 3.3 billion shares amounting to 5.9 billion pesos. Advancers led decliners at 118 to 97 and 41 shares were unchanged. And San Miguel Corporation on Tuesday claimed that the toll regulatory board's inaction on its long-delayed request to start collecting fees for motorists' use of the Skyway Stage 3 had prompted it to announce the indefinite closure of the 18-kilometer elevated highway, which it later on withdrew. In a statement, San Miguel President Ramon Ang said there was a misunderstanding between the company's infrastructure unit and the TRB. The Skyway management earlier announced that the Skyway Stage 3 will be closed indefinitely starting March 16 at 5 p.m. as per directive by the TRB that all ramps should be completed. However, Ang said later that the toll road will no longer be closed as he already discussed the issue with Transportation Secretary Arthur Tugado. That wraps up the stories tonight. Catch the latest news on our website, tribune.net.ph, and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Tribune Now. The Daily Tribune is one with the nation in facing the COVID-19 crisis, and in line with this, the Daily Tribune Digital Edition and Press Reader is now available for free online. You can also download the Daily Tribune app on Apple Store or Google Play to get the latest and most comprehensive news online. Daily Tribune is also inviting everyone to join its community Viber Katribu to get updates on the freshest and hottest news and entertainment stories of the day. Carcito emoticons are also available on our community Viber. Just visit the sticker store on Viber and search for Katribu. And before we go, we would like to thank the SM Store and the Araneta City for their continued support. Again, this is Elmer Navarro Manuel and you're watching Tribune News on Cue. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay at home. Good night, and God bless us all.
Araneta City, home to the country's first indoor shopping mall. The world's original thrill and the first ever Bini Bini pageant. Now a place for your first win.
Good morning, sir. How may I help you?
Bakit kailangan ko pang pumunta sa bangko?
Oo nga naman, sir. Ba't kailangan pang pumunta sa bangko?
Why not get a UB app so you can do all these without going to the bank? Bank the way you live. Union Bank.